We have one final scene before I need to get the bond with Leftie off camera. Off camera is what I call playing the game without really thinking about recording it. Cave bunker. It looks as though a shelter was built partway into an existing cave in the mountainside here.
The door looks tight. With any luck, it'll still be empty.
Bath chamber looks clear too. I think we're good.
Hey Paul, look, there are 5 beds. We can push 2 of them together for you and we'll still all get to have one.
Right you are. Nice of you to think of me, Peregrine.
Well, you know me, I'm a people person.
He's probably already trying to figure out how to get you out of your clothes, Paul.
Ha! Is that so?
Hey now. I can want to see what Paul is smuggling and genuinely be concerned for his comfort at the same time. Honestly, what do you people take me for?
Actually, I kind of want to see what happens when I scold him. You're a pervert, Peregrine, and you like to announce that you're a pervert in front of all of us, repeatedly.
Sometimes, yeah. This time I didn't say anything. I was just talking about Paul having a place to sleep that isn't dirt. I ain't perfect, sure, but if you're gonna criticize me for something, at least criticize me for something I actually did.
You're right. Sorry, Peregrine.
Thanks. Fortunately for you, I'm also incredibly humble and forgiving. The very picture of a fun and attention-loving rogue, really.
You certainly are.
Hey boss, did you say there was a bath chamber here?
Looks like it, yes.
Great! I could do with the wash-up. It was a long, sweaty march today. I could use an extra set of hands, Peregrine. If you're not busy, of course.
I love this island so much.
I'm going to bed. The shelter is a little musty, but is dry and well protected. You lay your bedrolls out on the wooden frames, and the night passes without further incident. Everyone seems to have slept well. Paul and Peregrine seem to be in particularly high spirits. Sleep well, gentlemen.
Sure did, Chief.
Glad to hear it. But to get the achievement, we'll have to pick a different option. So I figured I'd pick the wrong option first. We take you for our perky little pervert, our lovable rogue, and cabin boy all rolled into one.
That's me.
Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't talked Paul out of his shorts yet.
Shit, Perry, I ain't shy. You could've just asked.
See, Peregrine, just ask the man nicely.
I really and sincerely want to see your caber, Paul. Please.
Chuckling to himself, Paul casually puts his axe down, kicks his boots off, undoes his belts, and drops his clothes to the floor, stepping out of them with proud ease.
Well, is it everything you hoped for?
Peregrine looks on slack-jawed as Paul poses for him shamelessly.
Have I ever mentioned how much I love this island? Because I love this island.
Hey boss, you said there's a bath chamber?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Excellent. It was a long, sweaty march today and I could use a wash-up. Come give me a scrub, Perry. I'll do you too.
I have never been readier for a bath than I am at this moment. Hey, what about me? Logus needs a scrub too, you know.
I guess that's our evening then. The better part of the evening is spent sitting with your friends in the smaller bath chamber, chatting and washing the marks of the long road off of each other's skin. Peregrine seems especially happy to share the moment with everyone. Eventually, you roll out of your bedrolls on the raised frames and settle in for a restful night. Everyone seems to have slept well. Paul and Peregrine seem to be in particularly high spirits. Sleep well, gentlemen.
Sure did, Chief.
Glad to hear it. We're fortunate to have the opportunity to bathe indoors. I guess that's our evening then.
I'm not the biggest fan of water lately, but even I think a bath would hit the spot right now. Wait for me, Paul. I'll help too. On the one hand, it would feel a bit like crashing a private party. On the other, this is Peregrine we're talking about. He'll be thrilled to scrub another man down, won't he? I expect you won't mind if I join you. I could definitely do with a wash as well. Peregrine, save some water for the rest of us, alright?
Well, I for one am glad to see my boys getting along. The shelter is a little musty, but it's dry and well protected. You lay your bedrolls out on the wooden frames and the night passes without further incident. Everyone seems to have slept well. I'll wait my turn. After all, someone has to make up for the utter lack of modesty that seems to run rampant here. As statuesque as Paul is, surely he could have more consideration for the sensibilities of bystanders. Well, I for one am glad to see my boys getting along.
I was worried I was going to have to smell everybody all night. I like this plan better.
Oh, goodness. Did I really just see that? And they're going to bathe together. On purpose? I'm feeling a touch lightheaded.
Seriously, we all stink. I just hope there's enough water to go around. Now this brings back memories. I think a bath is exactly what I need right now. Arrgh. I need to wash my hair so badly. I no longer care if Peregrine ogles me while I do it. Perhaps Paul will keep him distracted. You guys don't really do the bathing together thing, do you? Humans are so weird.
Hey, that sounds really hot. I want to see.
Hey, I like being naked around people too. Why the fuck do you think I'm dressed like this?
Welcome back to Tran Wins Best of Bonds. It's probably going to be the same episode, so it was just an intermission there. I went ahead and continuously repeated these zones here with the two Exarchs and Leftie in the party. I never removed or changed the party. I kept the mood ring on so I would know when to abort mission. It turns out, or at least I'm assuming, everybody requires the same amount of bond talks. Well, the Exarchs, unfortunately, through normal means, will not bond with me. They're still red. Now, as I said, I never took them out of the army or anything. I just left the mood ring on all this time. Let's go ahead and swap out the ring. Actually, these go back to Bran. And where's Peregrine in this mess? So he had green, so I knew it was done.
Well, it might not be as warm or dry as I'd like, but it does the trick, huh? And these people are a hell of a lot more interesting than the whores I used to hang out with. Improvements all around.
That night, Leftie comes to see you.
Hey, can we talk? It's important.
Leftie sits cross-legged in front of the fire, a mountain of brown skin glistening in the light.
It's important to me, anyway. You've seen my brand, no doubt.
Leftie gestures to the scar branded on his neck. It reads Misanthropist, a brand you have not seen before or since. After letting you look for a moment, Leftie sighs deeply and hangs his head.
I'm gonna tell you how I got it, and then I'm gonna pack my things. I don't want to go, but you of all people deserve to know. I'm not a good person. I've hurt lots of people, crippled them. Sometimes it was an accident, but sometimes it wasn't. Maybe I always thought I had good reasons. Anyway, when I was young, I got locked up for fighting quite a bit. Maybe just a few days in, the bricks here and there, but it was enough that I got used to it. Enough that they were keeping their eyes on me. Well, when I got older, I got a little tired of it. It's no fun having your whole life come to a crashing halt just because you couldn't help but punch someone, acting a raving idiot. I was on good behavior for a long time. I tried real hard, I swear I did. On my 30th birthday, I decided to celebrate by going out to the pub. Everything was fine. Someone found out it was my birthday, and those that weren't scared of me started buying me rounds. I was nearly drunk to death. I remember a lady there, pretty as you please, with tits like prize pumpkins. She was real interested in me, and it had been a long time since I'd been with a woman, so I'm sure I was interested in her, too. I say I'm sure, because I don't really remember. Like I said, I was really drunk. That whole night is just a blurry spot. The next thing I remember after that was puking my guts out, covered in blood, beat to shit and strapped in irons. They wouldn't even tell me what I did until I got to the court and heard the judge read it out. The witnesses said I followed her home when the bar closed, broke into her house, and raped her. Then her husband came home and tried to stop me, so I beat him to death in front of his wife. In order to make sure she didn't squeal, I strangled her to death too. Then, in a craze, I ate parts of them and ultimately set fire to the house to try to hide the evidence. They found me unconscious on the street, my mouth full of blood. The neighbor across the alley said she saw everything. Murder, rape, assault, arson, cannibalism, buggery for good measure, I suppose. I did so many things they thought up a new brand just for me.
Leftie looks up, a profound sadness shadowing his face.
I said I did it. I could have done it. I don't remember doing it, but I did awful things before. I don't know for sure that I didn't do it. Maybe the alcohol really did something terrible to me, really fucked with my head. If I really did those things, then I'm just the sort of monster who really belongs here on this island, locked away where decent folks don't have to be afraid of me.
Leftie tosses a log into the fire, watching the sparks fly upward. His voice seems small and distant.
So that's it. That's the kind of monster you keep under your wing.
He stands up slowly, putting his hand on your shoulder before walking away. As he goes, his voice floats over his shoulder.
I'll be ready to leave on a moment's notice. Just say the word and I'll be gone.
An item has been added to your stronghold inventory. I'm not actually gonna dismiss him, but let's dismiss him anyways, because that's what he keeps asking for, just to see what he says.
Hi, is it time? You've been great. Whatever you're doing, I want you to know that I will always have the deepest respect for you. I know there have been ups and downs, but it's been a privilege to be along for the ride. Thank you. I'm ready. Really? I don't know what to say other than thank you. I've got your back on my life, I swear it.
Alright, let's actually get rid of him now.
I think I've been ready for a long time now. Thank you for everything, and goodbye.
Weather-worn shack. This shack is leaning to the left a little, but it seems otherwise sturdy. The terrain, however, is very rough, and the area wouldn't be suitable for use as a stronghold. An unexpected storm has put an abrupt end to your marching, and you've been forced to take shelter.
Fuck, I'm soaked. This place had better be dry.
You barge in and look around nervously, but it seems that nobody is here, and, for the time being at least, you're safe and out of the rain.
Hey, this place has beds and everything. Looks nice and dry, too. I ain't slept in a bed in months. I'm looking forward to this.
You bar the door and hang your things up to dry. The beds, though old, seem to be in good shape, and after shaking the dust out of the bedclothes, they promise a rare night of comfort. After having your evening's meal, you lay down in one of them and quickly drift off to sleep. You are jolted awake as Leftie's bed gives out from beneath him and dumps him unceremoniously on the floor.
Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me, piece of goddamn junk!
He's obviously quite upset. You alright?
Yeah, fine, just cold and cranky. Fuck, I guess I'll just keep watch until morning. Boss, my bed's trashed and there's no place for me to sleep.
Now, I think to get the achievement, you need to do share my bed. It's actually innocent, as far as I know, just based off of the guides. Come here and get in with me and keep it down.
Boss, these beds ain't all that big. I don't know if we're both gonna fit.
We'll squeeze. Come on. Nobody's sleeping on the floor tonight. Leftie crawls under the blanket into the bed with you, behind you, forcing you to the very edge. You sleepily settle back against his body, and after a long, indecisive moment, he gently drapes his heavy arm over you and pulls you against him. Leftie moves a little, and you feel his beard and his lips brush against the back of your neck, perhaps deliberately, as he whispers near your ear.
You're the best, thanks.
In the morning, the sun is bright and the sky is clear. You slept a little too late, but you awoke comfortably tangled in Leftie's arms and didn't want to wake him. Leftie seems in a good mood and stands a little closer to you than he did yesterday. You have a feeling it's going to be a good day. Yeah, let's proceed out. That's just part one. Then I have to take him to the Black Glass rest stop, which is like over here somewhere. There it is. Black Glass rest stop. This appears to be a conveniently located rest stop for merchants passing through the mountain trail. Seems clear.
Nobody else will come this way tonight. We should be fine.
Well, there you have it. Make yourselves comfortable. You and your party make yourselves at home in the rest stop, reassured by Vankan's predictions. The beds are more or less clean, and the place even has a modest stock of preserves, so for once your evening is relaxed and easy. You fall asleep readily, but you wake up in the middle of the night, suddenly aware of an object in your hand. It appears to be a crumpled wad of paper. You rub the sleep out of your eyes and stumble out of bed, finding a spot with enough moonlight streaming in to read by.
I understand you've become quite fond of clandestine encounters. You should come and find me when you wake.
I think, again, for your achievement, I think you actually have to pursue these things. I'm not 100% sure, it doesn't really matter, because I would like to show the dialogue nonetheless. Looking around, it appears that Vankan has gone missing. His clothes are still on the floor beside his bed. Could he have written the note? Grinning, you tiptoe toward the door, careful not to wake your other companions. Here I am.
Good, you came. I really need to talk to you about Leftie.
Oh.
You seem disappointed.
I just thought that note meant you wanted to. Anyway, what's this about Leftie? Has he been bothering you?
Not as such. I know the two of you shared an intimate evening, whatever that entailed. That's not really a concern of mine. But ever since then, he thinks of you often and intensely. I cannot help but notice that there is more besides.
More? What do you mean?
I know that he told you about the person he killed, and he thinks about it almost constantly.
Wait, the person? Leftie told me he killed 2 people.
So he thinks, but I assure you he did not. I may not see everything, but what I see is the truth. Pray, what else did he say?
It's Leftie's business, but if you've already got half the picture. He told me that night he committed buggery, rape, 2 murders, arson, and cannibalism. It was really hard for him to say it all.
I see. His memory of that is fragmented, incomplete, and patched with lazy guesses. He believes himself a whore so that he has someone close by to blame. To do otherwise would nurture a helpless rage, and of that he is more afraid. I cannot say for certain what occurred there, but I am confident that only a single life was taken by his hand that night. The other life was taken by the woman. I suspect that some of the other details are wrong as well.
Do you think I should tell him?
Someday, perhaps, but not now. The visions of the madman are hardly compelling proof besides. Leftie loves you because you accepted his flaws. He doesn't need absolution, not really.
Well, this has been interesting. That was what you wanted to talk to me about?
I don't really know. I just know that I was supposed to meet with you tonight, and we were meant to talk about Leftie. Feels like we've accomplished something, so perhaps that's it. I do apologize if my letter gave you the wrong idea.
That should be enough for the achievement. It's fine, Vankan. I was jumping to conclusion. I'm going back to bed. Thanks for the information.
Of course. I'll be along in a few minutes.
You get back to sleep with little difficulty, and the night passes without further incident. Everyone appears to be well rested, and Vankan seems to be in a particularly good mood. Last night's conversation was probably a load off of his mind. He's obviously quite upset.
Right, whatever. I'm just going to keep watch. No way I'm getting back to sleep now. See you in the morning, I guess.
In the morning, the sun is bright and the sky is clear. You haven't slept that well in a long time. Leftie, however, looks haggard and his mood is foul. He'll clearly be needing a long nap when you get back to the stronghold. Let's see if we can still get the Vankan mission. Vankan dialogue.
Boss, my bed's trashed. There's no place for me to sleep.
You take this bed, I'll keep watch.
Boss, are you sure? You've been sleeping on the ground just as much as I have.
Just hurry up while it's still warm.
Thanks, boss. That means a lot.
Leftie smiles at you appreciatively, and then crawls into bed, pulling the blankets up around himself. You position yourself in front of the door and try to get as comfortable as you can. It looks like you're going to have a long night. In the morning, the sun is bright and the sky is clear. Leftie is in the best mood you have ever seen him in, wide-eyed and eager to get on the road. You, however, have definitely felt better. Staying up all night in the storm was exhausting. Your back hurts, your feet hurt, and your head hurts too. At least Leftie is happy. Okay, it looks like that does not... Yeah, you cannot get Broken Mirror achievement without cuddling with Leftie. We should be done with all of the... we should be done with all the content that is adult in nature. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Bastard Bonds. I'll see you next time.